What up, YouTube? It's your guy Brent, and I'm back in the YouTube world providing y'all a good, positive, and informative video. Hope you all having a good day out there. And as usual, we get straight to the point because you already know my job is to make sure that whoever watching this video can inspire you all to become a better version of yourself. Let's get to it. So it seems to me in 2024, a lot of people acting as if they know what a high valuable man is or what high valuable men are or what they're supposed to be. And I'm here to say that a lot of these people don't even know what they're talking about. When it comes to high value, it equals to being authenticity or being your authentic self. And I remember way back in 2017, I came across that word due to a guy named Nakata. Nakata is a guy that I came across on social media. He is the author of Harlem Break, and in that book, he inspired men to become the best version of themselves. By doing that, he told men that, hey, you know what, you need to stop taking a break. You need to take a break from relationships and place the focus on you. So that way you can get your life together, transform your life from inward to outward. And when I read the book, it really gave me a huge perspective of how we should live life as men. Now, I was already, open-minded and had my authenticity around 2012. It was just that, I came across this guy and he was basically saying things that I already knew, but from a different perspective. This is why I want to provide y'all 4 tips on how to become the best version of yourself. But before we get all that, let me continue. Modern men today believe that in order to become a high valuable man, it all has something to do with your money, how much money you're bringing in. You know how you look at certain videos where a guy comes into a room of women with their balloons, and ladies will always ask them how much money you make, and when they explain how much money they make in a year, they pop their balloons. That's not being a high valuable at all, period. At the end of the day, gentlemen, I will always say, if you're constantly moving with your money, you're going to fail in life. Like I said in my previous video, your character is your currency, because your character will determine how valuable you are as a man. So, let's begin, shall we? Number 1. And mind you though, this is not in chronological order. This is just 4 ways of you becoming the best version of yourself, aka the high value man, the right way. So number 1, your health. People say this all the time. Your health is your wealth. What do I mean by all that? When you're healthy, you get to focus on goals that you want to achieve, whether it's like, gaining muscles or, working out or, spending time with family or becoming self-employed. When you're healthy, you're only focusing on things you want to accomplish. But when you're not healthy, you're only focused on ways to get better, ways to feel better. And since we're talking about health, we're looking at it from a point of your testosterone. See, there are many great benefits of having higher testosterone, because without testosterone, we wouldn't be the best version of ourselves, gentlemen. When you have low testosterone, you're going to end up having depression, you're going to feel fatigue, you're going to feel irritated, you feel like the world is coming after you mentally, and it's like, it's like you don't want to, go after what you really want. Now, we understand that when you're a child, you don't have higher testosterone, but when you hit puberty, that is when you have to grow or evolve with testosterone. But the only reason why I'm mentioning this, because society is coming up with ways where they are attacking men's health with the food, when it comes to the drinks that we drink, when it comes to like stressful environment, when you have to work, and certain people that drains you. These are certain things that can lower a man's testosterone to where the man will remain passive. And that's what society does not want. They don't want men who have higher testosterone, because they believe that if a man with higher testosterone is a man that basically can rule the world. So that's why they want to add in toxic masculinity. But just realize, gentlemen, that your health, which is your testosterone, plays a major part in becoming the high valuable man. Because without health, you ain't got wealth. Okay? Number 2, money. Now, what I mean by all that, I'm not talking about, oh, you don't have to go ahead and get the bag and everything, but what I'm saying is you shouldn't allow money or finances to dictate how you live your life. As a matter of fact, when we receive money, it is up to us how we use it. Whether we want to spend it on BS, whether we want to spend it on things wisely, whether we want to save it, or we want to spend money to invest. So by me saying all that, we as men have to make sure and remind ourselves that money is meant to serve us. Think of you as a hero, like you're Batman. The money that you're receiving is Robin, your sidekick. You're not Robin. The money's not Batman. They may say that money talks and all, which is true, but when we receive money, who's in control? We are. Remember, when money serves us, it does good with us, no matter what. Number 3, I would say a man who is sexually disciplined. Sexual discipline. This is where you become the high valuable man. You see, the thing with that is, though, if you desire a family, and this is for only men who requires to live that life, family life. So if you are a man who's MGTOW, or a man who's red pill, or you a type of man that just want to bash women all the goddamn time, this is not for you. This is only for men out there who would like to carry on their legacy and so on. So back to what I was saying, when you are becoming a better version of yourself, and when you come to working on your sexual discipline, you want to make sure you find the right woman that is right for you. Not every woman is not meant to be in your life, gentlemen. And this is where society got us messed up. Nowadays, you have certain men who would go on social media and look at successful men who got all the women, the good looking women in their life. But what they don't tell you all is that most of them ladies don't have good intentions. And most ladies are with them because of status and resources and everything, aka hypergamy. But you have to understand and realize, whether you are a man that practices monogamous or a man that is doing polygamy, you want to make sure that you have the right women by you. How do you know about all that? It's simple. If a woman loves you for who you really are, if they seen your work ethics, if they seen how you treat other people, if they seen you evolving and they want to evolve as well, that lets you know that you have the right woman or the right women in your circle. And another thing with that is that you also want to realize is that, let's say that if you fell down, if they can, be there with you on your lows while you slowly getting back up, that's another reason that's the right woman or right women for you. So when you're sexually disciplined and everything, you're basically saying the fact that I'm not giving my energy to any other these women who would do wrong by me. This is why a lot of men practice this thing called semen retention, where you keep the sperm within yourself at all times, and that's why they avoid corn. Can't use the P word because you already know YouTube's on that BS. But when men avoid watching corn and learn how to be disciplined in the women that he chooses that can help him in his journey, that's a primary example of a high valuable man. The 4th way of becoming the best version of yourself is basically coming up with a plan, being the real provider. Now, what do I mean by all that? Now, I'm not talking about a man who's working like 60 to 80 hours and bringing in all the money, being the breadwinner. We are working and we're still using the fiat notes to survive and everything. But what I mean by being the true provider, I'm talking about this. Understand the origin of the word provide. Provide means to prepare, and it also means to foresight. We mean look beyond the future. So if you are a man that got the master plan to make your life to have a better future, that is where you are winning. See, you have men out there who's so caught up in being a protector and provider, but they're not really focusing on what kind of future they want for themselves, for their family, for their children, for their wives and everything. And this is why I always say that, and this, mind you all, you know, I made this as part one, because there's other techniques you can do to become the best version of yourself. But just realize the fact that not every man is going to become a high valuable man. You know why? Because one, a lot of people scared of putting work in consistently. Another reason why is because they're so busy idolizing men who have a higher status, who got the cars, the money, the women. They're looking at them as high valuable men, knowing good and damn well they're not. This is only for the stronger man. And what my pops will always tell me, he said, if you want something out in life, you got to want it. You gotta want it like your life depends on it. Not every man is gonna be a high valuable man, because what it is, the things that I mentioned in the past, is only meant to become the better version of yourself. See yourself as a caterpillar. You just going beyond your day, passing life, going with your life, and all of a sudden, you get in this cocoon. So the cocoon is a stage where you are taking the time to transform yourself, doing all the work. It's just like you putting a diamond in the hot fire. It starts off with a coal, but when you put it through the hottest fire, it becomes a diamond. So after you work on yourself while you stuck in cocoon, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna transform yourself into a butterfly that you're meant to be. These are process of ways that you become the better version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you gotta do better for your life. Stop going around listening to all these platforms that wanna use the word high value to get likes and views. If they're not teaching you how to do the inner work, then what the hell are they talking about being a high valuable man or high valuable men? Majority, mostly men and the women who talks about this don't even know what they really want. They just using just to get money and just trying to get views and likes. People like myself, I'm here to let y'all know, because I want y'all to be successful. I want y'all to become the better version of who you really are. And it's going to take a lot of work though, but don't get discouraged. As long as you ask yourself why you want to become a high valuable man, it's because you know that you're more than just living the average life. As you should. So that's all I gotta say. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications to catch on future videos. Also follow my other social media like my TikTok and IG, which I will put linked in the description. So hope you all having a good day and good evening, and I'm out. Peace.